Okay, welcome back. So this is where we were. Okay, the line here is is covering the whole axis. I rather prefer that it should be somewhere from here to here, inside here. Okay, not really that long. So the very first thing I would like to make sure here is that the measurement of the scale following the x and the y axis are always equal. Okay, that's the first thing. And here I think I will have to set, okay, the x limb. Let's try that. Just the x limb, right? The x limb, we have to widen the x limb so that it can reduce the line, so that the line can be inside. Okay, let's just say from no, if I say minus, let's try minus 10. Okay, and if I say minus 10, then it should be something like 13. So let's take 10 on both sides of our line. So it is 0 minus 10 to be this other way, and then 3 plus 10 to be this other way. Okay, and let's see how the line appears now. Oh, there is a mistake somewhere. There is a mistake somewhere. Oh, come on. X limb is not part, okay? It's not part of the element. So we have to instead set, okay, we have to set our ax to the x limb property to that. Oh, that was a mistake. Okay. So let's launch that. If we add a line now, okay, but now it's too small, right? It's too small inside. So let's try to reduce that particular. Let's try to reduce it, maybe to say minus 5. Minus 5. So remember, this x limb here will just be the initial x limb. Okay, so as the user is changing the value, the length, the x limb also has to change somehow. Okay, good. I think you bear with me that this is okay, right? Yes. Oh, let's try to reduce it again. Let's increase it. Let's say to minus 4 and then and 7. Let's see what it gives. Okay, let's just take it as it is. Okay, so I would like also to increase the line width. That line width is not satisfactory, so I would like to increase the width of the line for it to be thicker, right? Line width, let's put it 2, and let's see what it gives. Okay, good. So we can make things again more beautiful, right? Because this margin, this cyan axis for me is not too interesting. Okay, so I just placed it, you remember, just to show how the axis is displayed, right? So let's remove it and let everything be on the figure. Okay. So to do that, we'll have to set ax to d, we have to set its visible property. Its visible property of, again, when you set the visible property of an axis of the graphics that is supposed to appear on it remains. Okay, so you see that now we just have our reference point here very beautifully, and if I click, the line just appears here. Okay, so that is our beam right here. Okay, so but this is not enough. If I want now to, for example, I just want us to finish with the beam manipulations. Okay, then we go to the slab, then we go to the column, so that we'll finish with this particular push button here. So normally when I click here is an imposed or an initial length. Okay, the user would like to modify the length of his beam. He might not have a beam of 3 meters, he might have a beam of x or n meters. Okay, so we have to give him that possibility of modeling the beam that he wants, right? So how do we do that? Well, if I should go back to, let me try and remove the visible off again just to show something. You see, the space here that I left was left expressly for that. Okay, for this I want to make this very, very simple. I don't want to generate new windows out of button clicks. So this space here is meant for extra menu. Okay, so the space here is where I will put other elements, such as what I will just do now, and you will see. Okay, so for example, I'll draw, the beam will draw itself there, and the user will have to modify the length of the beam. Okay, so for that, as the beam is drawing itself here, we will also have a particular window or data parameters that can be modified this way, and that will change the state of the beam this other way. Okay, so let's see that. Okay, let's put back our visible off. So what do I want to do? I want to put an edit text there. Where was I? Draw element. So the moment the element is drawn, we should also see, okay, we should also have the possibility of editing our element. Okay, so for that, what do I do? Let's go back to the drawing. So I like to put it somewhere here. Okay, and what I want to do, I want to put, say, length is equal to, then the user should put this thing in meters. Okay, then he should have the possibility of closing that particular menu. So the position of the text. So I would like you to start somewhere here. Okay, I'll have the title. In fact, let's see that. Okay, so this is what I mean. Okay, are you seeing this? So it means we'll have the title here, length edit, to indicate that the options that are down here are for length editing. Okay, and then we'll have length is equals to 3 meters. Okay, so the 3 here is, let me try to somehow zoom that. Okay, so the 3 here represents this one will be an edit text. Okay, to say that this is where the user will come and enter his value. If he wants 5 meters, then he will come and change this to 5. The length here is just to indicate that he should enter the value of the length here, and then the meters is to indicate the unit of the value that he has entered. Okay, so this is what we are trying to represent there now. Okay, that is the way the user will modify his length. Okay, so in view of that, what happens is that I think these elements will have as parents the figure. Okay, so we'll have to measure the position. If I get just this position, I think I'll be able to manage the rest. Let's look for that. Okay, so what is the distance? From these? Okay, let's put it to here, like that. Oh, it has come back to small units. Okay, so let's edit that. We shall waste some time here doing some other thing than programming. It's not bad. Okay, I think we are civil engineers also, so this should help us somewhere, somehow. Okay, so let me say 15. Okay, close. So distance from here to here. Okay, so it will be 645 following the Y. What about following the X? Distance from here to here following the X. No, this is not fair. That is not a correct distance. I don't want any 0.75 whatsoever. It has to be a whole number. Okay, so let's try to take it from here instead. How much does that give us? Okay, thank you. Come on. So that is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 5. Okay, so for the width we shall be managing that one is enough. Okay, is our time up? No. So at least let's try to, in this, before the end of this video, let's try to just represent the title. Okay, so the title for me will not be length edit, it will be beam length edit. Okay, so we'll do a concatenation of words. Okay, where was I? Right here, right? Okay, we'll say UI control. That will be a text, right? It's just a title. Style text. Okay, and string will say beam length, or no, let's concatenate. Okay, we will say case, right? Then, so that if it's slab, it will be slab length edit. If it is column, it will be column length edit. Okay, it's true that in this case it's beam, right? Because we are, yes, in this case it's beam. We are in the case beam, except we create this UI control externally. But let's just do that. Beam, come on, beam length edit. So we said the position, position, we have following the X. Okay, following the X, how much was that? So we had 1, 2, 3, 5. So it will be 1, 2, 3, 5. Following the Y. Following the Y, we'll have 6, 4, 5 plus 20, which is the height of this, plus 20, which is the space between them. Okay, so that will be plus 40. So it will be 685. Okay, so I will have 685. I will have a width of, say, 150, and then a height of 30. So let's look at what that gives. Okay, it is when I click on beam that it has to happen. Okay, that is it right there. Are you seeing that? Okay, so what is left is just to increase what? The font size to make it more beautiful, right? Okay, so let's do that. Font size. Let's try and set it to 12 and see what it gives. Okay. Now it is 2, so we'll increase the length here. Let's try and put it to 200 and see. Don't want it to be 2 lines. Okay, I think that will do. Okay, so we'll continue from here in the next video. Thank you very much.